Hello everybody, my name is Jackery, and today we're going to be doing something that's a little bit different from usual. Instead of playing any games or funny editing, anything like that, we're going to be doing a commentary video. Specifically, one on Chael sonnen and his take on the Raja Jackson situation. In this video, I just aim to disprove everything he said, because I'm not going to lie, it was quite frankly far-fetched and disgusting in my opinion. With that being stated, let's get started.
Raja Jackson, Rampage's son. Now, let me just start out with a disclosure to you all that I know this young man, and I like him a lot. I don't just know him to be level-headed and calm. I know him to be quite polite. Now, I want to preface that because I don't think that will interfere with my ability to tell you what happened here, but this is a wildly complicated situation.
Alright, not gonna lie, I just want to preface real quick. I do appreciate that he has stated that, he likes the guy and all that, because usually that does get in the way of commentary and shit like that. However, you'll see very quickly that it does, in fact, interfere with the video and his take on it.
So, let's start with what you saw. You saw Raja get in the ring as part of a wrestling angle that was scripted and planned.
Wrong. Well, Raja was given access and permission to join in on the wrestling match as a way to say sorry for Psycho Stu, the victim, hitting him with a fake prop can, which, by the way, those don't hurt at all. They have no effect on you, right? And that wasn't the reason he crashed out, regardless of that. But him bashing and destroying Psycho Stu's skull was not part of the plan. That wasn't part of the play, right? Him picking up Stu, slamming him to the ground, that could have been played off. But him getting on top of Stu, smacking him with like 27 punches, that wasn't in the script, buddy. I don't know what we're getting at here, Chael. Maybe that TT really is getting to you.
You see Raja come in with his wits about him, waits for the right moment, picks up a double leg, just as it was planned. And he's doing this with Psycho Stu, and Psycho Stu is letting it play perfectly. Raja then turns him around so that when he brings him down, it's right in the center of the ring, which appears to be very clearly what they agreed and had planned to do. Now, the landing is not great. When Raja brings Psycho Stu down, it's not great, and Stu lands in a way and he hits the back of his head, and he looks as though he perhaps lost a level of consciousness right then. All right. Either way, this is what happened, and either way, Raja Jackson, from my vantage point, is working out the spot the way it was planned. Raja then follows up with the right hand. Then he switches and follows up with the left hand. Now, these were hard shots. However,
as it appears, the CT is in fact kicking in. As Raja did attack Stu, yes, he attacked him. He quite literally, Stu was knocked out. The bit for them to wrestle, for him to get slammed, that was planned because Stu had hit him earlier with a prop can of beer, right? And they felt bad, because Stu was also acting like an ass because he thought Raja was part of the act. Excuse me. However, Raja getting on top of Stu and smacking his head around, cracking in his skull and other parts of his head, that wasn't part of the play, buddy. That was not part of the play. I mean, you saw them visibly try and get Stu off or Raja off them, but they're probably afraid because he's an MMA fighter. Bro, he's a fucking reject and a little bitch.
And again, I'm giving you my perception, but I watched this thing 20 times before I made this video to you guys. While they were very stiff shots, not what we would call a working shot, it did not appear that Raja had lost his temper.
Yeah, man, nothing screams not losing my temper more than wailing on a war veteran, man. Oh, it just gets his blood pumping, you know? It's not like he was listening to his kick chat and got pretty mad and went into the stage and said repeatedly, oh, I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna get my get back, right? It's not like he did that, no. Nah. He was perfectly calm while delivering 27 punches to the head. Come on, guys, come on. We all do that, alright? That's a normal tradition in the household of the jack-offs. If you don't fuck with that, get out, alright?
It did not appear that these were being done out of anger, as much as, all right, I'm going to pick you up, I'm going to spin you in a 180, I'm going to bring you down in the middle of the cage, then just like a cage fight, I'm going to land a punch to either side, whatever's supposed to happen after that.
Alright, I'm just gonna skip ahead because Chael just kind of repeats himself for a couple, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So we're just gonna skip ahead. Maybe just skip straight to the second video if he just does the same thing, but I'll just skip ahead real quick.
One of the most famous ones that you guys would have seen was Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar trusted Braun. Braun did a move that was too hard. Brock responded with a real-life punch. That settled Strowman back down. But these are very normal things that happen in the business.
Oh, yeah, man. Totally. But did Brock Lesnar respond with a barrage of 27 punches? Did he slam Strowman to the ground, right? With a move that actually hurt him, that knocked him out, sorry. And then delivered 27 punches. Did he do that? I mean, really, did he do that? I would love to see that, you know? If he did do that, hey, send me the clip. And send me $1 million while you're at it.
We then, as an audience, get armed with what led us to this point.
You know, guys, he is right. We are going to get armed with what we know. Hey, Edward Jack, pull up them clips, you sexy, handsome man.
He always think that we're working over here like it's part of the fucking storyline.
Just hit one. What kind of homo thug shit?
Kalia, rampage. That's how we
No, bro.
Go ahead, Stu. This is out there. Because he always think it's a work, dude.
Yo, he's already hot, bro.
Good? So fucking seal that.
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, it's going to all work out, dude.
Yeah. I apologize. I appreciate it. I didn't know. I thought you were don't see my wheel. You stay in the camera. I get it.
We're going to work it out. Well, he's going to come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying, Ose? We're always working.
Yep, he apologized 3 times. That's what we know so far. Well, maybe there's a little bit more to it. Hey, maybe he really was a bad guy. Who knows? Because according to sonnen, we don't know the full story, fellas. So for all we know, maybe he could have killed his family. It's a stupid point when it's literally a live stream. You see it live. You see the story unfolding live, bro. What are we smoking? Anyways, Psycho Stu owes me $1 million.
And there's another video that has surfaced where Psycho Stu is in the back. They're like literally outside. It's a nice day. The wrestlers are out there. They're carrying on and whatnot, working out their spots. Rajah Jackson is back there. It appears as though this is where Psycho Stu meets him, and Psycho Stu takes a full can of beer and busts it open on.
You're wrong. It's a prop beer, meaning it wouldn't actually hurt if I were to chuck it at you. Right? Let's say you, dear viewer, I grabbed the prop beer. I slammed it against your head, right? That wouldn't hurt you. But if I did grab a can of beer and smack it against your head, that still wouldn't hurt you because I know you're sexy and you're built different.
Going to want that to happen, but he didn't really blow up or react.
You know, guys, that is what happens. You know, every time I step into the octagon, that is in fact what happens. I have to get hospitalized for about a week every time I step out of the ring. Right? That's just how it goes. Now, in all seriousness, jokes aside, yes, fighters do have to get slightly hospitalized for slight periods of time just to deal with their injuries from the fight, if it's major and all that. But if dude, Psycho Stu, it was clearly an assault on the guy. All right, I don't want to show the clip, but if I will, yeah, and like I'm gonna give myself a chance to like put it in right here. It's probably gonna be like low quality and blurred because I don't want y'all. I don't want to show gore or anything like that. But if you can, as you can see from the clip here, I'm assuming I have it up, right? Stu is knocked out, right? This is just assault. This is literally attempted murder and all that, right? I don't even understand why you're making this video, dude. Like, Chael, what were you thinking? You fucking nuts. I mean, yeah, obviously we all know that he's a bad guy now. Like, literally the bad guy. It's not an act. Snitch.
The guys told him, hey, look, get even with him in the ring. Now, that is wildly open to interpretation what that means.
Yeah, whenever I'm told to get even with someone, right? Whenever I'm told, hey, make things fair and square, my first thought is to cave their skull in. That's the best and most optimal way to get my get back. My first thought is, we all think of that, right? That's just natural for us. That's natural for us macho men. What the fuck is your point? What the fuck are you even saying? You're just saying shit. You're just typing shit out. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Alright, I cut out like a major part of the video, because Chael just repeated himself for the rest of the 5 minutes, man. Just straight blabbering, bro. Just shit coming out of his mouth. So I'm gonna move on to his response to the fan base now, right? Quote unquote MMA fans turn on Chael Sonnen.
Talked to Joel this morning. Joel gives me the business too. Now this all has to do with a piece that I made and put out yesterday, Sunday, about Rajah Jackson. And Joel even says to me, man, he's disgusted. I can hear it in his voice. I mean, I've known Joel.
And rightfully so. Anybody with half a brain cell would be disgusted by you for defending that. Rajah committed that was attempted murder right there. I don't understand why you even defended that, dude. Anybody would be disgusted. Joel's right. I don't know why he's still associating himself with you, though. But, hey, baby steps, I guess.
30 years. Like, he is legitimately disgusted with me. Of which is a word that he actually used. I'm disgusted. And he goes, I know why you did that. I know why you took his side. You're trying to be controversial and get clicks. But, yeah, you're on the wrong side of this. It was an attempted murder. And he's going on and on. And much like the people in the DMs and much like the people that I heard from on social media, you didn't see the piece. Yeah, I mean, it's about an 8 or 9, 10-minute piece. And what you're describing is about 8, 9, 10 seconds. So I let Joel yell at me. And he's telling me, he said, that's an attempted murder. And I said, all right, Joel. I said very calmly like this, I'm acting this out for you. This just happened. I just hung up. I said, all right, Joel. I said, if I would have called the police from a payphone anonymously and told them that I saw you do that in a 7-Eleven parking lot, you would have been in handcuffs hours ago. He goes, yeah, that's right where I belong. I said, oh, okay, but, we're multi-millionaires, so we don't have morals or anything like that. No, seriously though, I don't understand what this argument is. It's like, you can easily defeat that by just saying, yeah, I deserve it, because it's true. If you did that in a 7-Eleven parking lot to a homeless crackhead who's built like a fucking Teletubby, I'm pretty sure you'd get arrested. I mean, if anything, all this is saying is that the only reason Raj isn't in prison is because he's like rich and famous, and that's partially true. I believe that, because what do you mean that you're investigating it? Brother, it's on live stream. It's all on live, right? It's just Rampage Jackson pinging like the police officer or shit. Well, probably not paying him off, but something like that, And speaking of Rampage Jackson, dude, he's a shitty follower. Oh my god, what a dog shit follower. I'm gonna give my thoughts about him at the end of the video. Because Rajah said, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna hit him for real. And there's a video in the back of one of the wrestlers that's lining this whole thing up that tells him, get your receipt, hit him for real. Just do it in the ring. Before that, there's a gimmicked can of beer busted over Rajah's head. Raja tells his live stream for 50 subs, I'll knock this guy out, something along these lines. Well, what you just described is every wrestler that was on the card that night.
You know, a part of me finds this very hard to believe. And, you know, maybe it's just common sense, or maybe it's just my great detective skills. But I'm pretty sure we'd see a lot more fighters in the hospital, or wrestlers, sorry, in the hospital if that was the case, you know? Maybe a little bit more cracked skulls, maybe a couple deaths, you know? Really make it, like, all the way. It's a stupid argument. They don't do the same thing, buddy. They don't hospitalize each other. Well, sometimes they do, but that's an accident, usually. Freak accident, right? But normally that doesn't happen because it's all fake and stunted. And that's the point, you know? Provide entertainment. That's why they're doing it. I don't see what kind of argument this is. It's like me saying, okay, I shot the dog with my N911, but at least it wasn't with my hunting rifle, okay? Besides, I saw the other guy do it. The other guys do it all the time, you know? When they're hunting deer and elk. Why is this time any different? You realize how stupid that sounds? Now apply that logic with the Raja Jackson situation. There you go, Chael. That's it. It's stupid. I don't understand why he's so hell-bent on defending his point. Dude, just accept you're wrong and move on. But you didn't. You ruined your legacy, your own legacy. This is a live suicide as we speak right now. He just committed career suicide, right? Because his views dropped from 100K to 10K, 1 to 2,000 views. Oh my god, dude. Biggest fumble thing. He didn't have to say anything, but I mean, it's good that he did because we know he's an asshole. But Jesus, what an ass person, dude.
You do not get to go arrest Al Pacino for selling cocaine and chopping people up with machetes because you just watched an episode of Scarface. You don't get to decide as the viewer where the show ends and real life begins because you're so skilled and talented that a good worker doesn't have the ability to fool you.
You know what, guys? In the process of making this video, I actually think he's right on this part. As the viewer, we shouldn't tell them to stop when one of them is knocked out, you know, incapable of defending themselves. We should let them kill each other. But take it back to the gladiator days, back when men were men and men were dying. Yeah. Yeah! So stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy fuck. This is actually I'm actively losing brain cells as I make this video. This is the worst video I've ever made. And it's not even because of me, it's because of Chael sonnen, dude. This guy just keeps blabbering on his mouth. He just keeps talking, bro.
We're talking about Psycho Stu here, who, by the way, is a family man. He's a veteran. Wonderful guy. None of us are led to believe that he thought he was going to get his jaw broken and his teeth knocked out. But that is a very common thing for a professional wrestler to tell somebody that's never done it before. Hey, I don't know how to throw a working shot. Do I open my hand? Do I pull? Do I hit my?
Yeah. No. So I want you to sneak up on me, right? Slam me to the ground so I get knocked out, right? Make sure the back of my head bounces off the concrete or the mattress. And then I just want you to wail on me while I'm unconscious. Break my jaw too while you're at it, buddy. All right, you got this, kid. That's how it went down, guys. That's actually how it went down. The secret truth the media refuses to tell you. That's actually totally what happened. 100% legit. I was there. I actually killed Raja Jackson too, but they edited that part out. It's crazy. Y'all should have seen me there. I was going crazy on him.
Your response to me that you watched a live stream and Raja wanted clicks, or your response to me that when the whole thing was over and you saw how hot and angry he was and he admitted to, I'm going to do this, I'm tired of guys playing with me and all the stuff that he said. You don't get to decide where you're all of a sudden the smart mark sitting in the front row. You don't get to decide where all of a sudden you're Vince McMahon in gorilla position and you know the difference between a shoot and a work. You just don't get to do that.
You know what, guys? He's right. We don't have the right to decide when to stop the show, you know? I mean, right when clearly Psycho Stu is on the ground, unconscious, slowly getting killed by Raja. We don't have the right to decide that Raja's a nut job. We shouldn't end the show. Like I said earlier, bring it back to the gladiator days. Back when men killed each other, and men used to be men. Oh yeah, so hot and sexy. Like, it's a stupid take. Yeah, obviously, we aren't professionals on fucking fighting and everything, but brother, Psycho Stu was laid out on the ground. He couldn't fight back. He was literally just getting pummeled on. I'm 90% sure anybody with a brain cell would figure out, hey, wait a minute, this Raja guy is kind of a nut job. But apparently you can't. The first loss you take is against common sense. All right, guys, I ain't gonna hold it with y'all. I just skipped ahead with the video, man. He just repeated himself a bunch. I could not stand that. I could not stand hearing him say the same shit over and over in different ways. Oh, that was miserable. But anyways, I think my thoughts on Rampage. Rampage himself is a shitty father. Let's just put it at that, right? The situation's just awful for everybody, right? Well, yeah, right? Because, first off, let me talk about Rampage first. Let's start talking about the whole thing again, right? Let's talk about Rampage. Rampage is a dog shit father. Bloody was not there for his children, right? He was out there fighting, and that's kind of okay, whatever, right? Because Mighty Mouse did a similar thing, but he still was there for his children. That's the difference, right? Rampage, he didn't do that. He kind of, he had Japanese baby mamas, right? And with those baby mamas, he provided money for his kids, Japanese kids, college funds and all that, right? But for Raja, he sort of did, but he also treated him like a friend. You shouldn't do that with your children. You should not treat them like a friend. Big reason is because Rampage kept joking about having bail money for Raja all the time. And I don't know if you guys know this. That's not really healthy for a kid. You shouldn't have to hear that as a kid. That's really unhealthy. And so, because of that, it had led to Raja becoming a shitty person. Am I saying Raja is all innocent? No. But he definitely, to a degree, is a victim in the sense that he had shitty parents. Now, I don't know about his mother, so I'm not going to talk about her, because I don't know much about the mother, so. Shitty parent, I guess, because I don't know if the mother was or wasn't bad. But, with that being stated, this situation has kind of put, like, the black community in this kind of strange place, because, if Rampage says he raised all of his children the same way, then that's going to give the racist people ammunition, right? Because Rampage said, actually, that people who, hating on Raja and stuff like that are all racist, right? Discussing the situation, basically. Saying that Raja is wrong and he deserves to go to prison. Yeah, he basically is calling him racist. Which isn't true. For some, yeah, obviously. There's going to be bad apples and everything, but that's just a shitty point. That's just, he's just playing the race card for no reason. But regardless of that, if Rampage says, I actually raised all my children the same way, then the racist people that are actually just attacking because of the race, that's gonna give them ammunition and say, oh, wait a minute. You see, guys? Look. They were all raised the same, but look who was the bad one. Look who came out bad. And that's, right, he can't say that. But if he continues to not say anything at all, and just say, oh, they're racist, and it's just gonna, like, give them even more, it's still gonna give them animation, because they're gonna be like, look at him playing the victim like usual, or shit like that. He's put the comedian in a position where they just can't win. Because of this numbnut's gonna raise his fucking child. It's stupid. This whole thing is stupid. Alright, and it's all thanks to fucking Rampage being a shitty father and Raja being a shitty person. Anyways, as of recording this, Psycho Stu is better. He did get out of the hospital a couple days ago now. But, I just really want to give my say on this. And, Chael sonnen, he was my idol growing up. I like his fights, but I'm gonna separate that from, like, him as a person now. I don't even know if I'll watch him or anything, but it sucks to seeing your idol go like this, but it's like, yeah, that's how life is. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Make sure you touch the like button, have a family of 5 with the subscribe button, and skedaddle on out. Bye-bye. Skedaddle.
Fuck you in the lanes you came with. Me and you ain't on the same shit. You ain't in my lane, bitch. Nah, throw that shit in fifth. Rollie on my wrist. Ay, baby, you a star. I'm my only wish. I'm counting blue hundreds. I'm too money. Ay, and my little bitch, she too lovely. Yeah, hanging up and calling me right back. Ay, baby, why you calling me like that? Yeah, getting high with the seat, lay back.